Lusty's made it through the Suez Canal and is now docked in the Middle East, which means the officers are cutting a dash in their tropical whites.
The long flex can just get going.
The Harriers are due aboard in 5 days, but right now they're expecting another important visitor.
Yeah, you say salute, all right, and down, so up, salute, down, and then we'll get all together, OK?
The Commander-in-Chief is coming for dinner.
Do not drop a salute until you carry on, OK? When you come up, everybody come up, the captain will salute along with you as he comes up to the top, step forward, evening sir, off we go.
In the captain's galley, a dinner fit for an admiral is underway.
We've got a swordfish starter with tagliatelle ribbons, prawn risotto, and a smoked salmon carbonara sauce with saffron in it.
It's down to the captain's steward, Freddie, to make sure presentation is perfect.
This is what you're all taught in like basic stewarding training and that. Taught how to lay a table, what sort of glasses you need for different drinks, taught different napkin folds. Napkin's called the cock's comb.
But serving the admiral means missing out on shore leave.
It's part of the job as steward and that. You do get a lot of dignitaries, VIPs and that, so it swings and roundabouts now. You'll get ashore another time, but it's a lot of work that has to go into it.
Admiral Sir Mark Stanhope is the Commander-in-Chief of the whole of the Navy fleet. He oversees 104 ships and 35,000 sailors.
I have to train them, I have to maintain them, I have to ensure they're stored, I have to make sure that they're prepared and available to be used by the government as they require.
Aboard Lusty, he's the next best thing to royalty.
Now you need a couple of spoons and your jug with a cup of water.
19-year-old Shiner has been drafted in for the night to help the captain's chef.
I personally think it's still quite hectic, right? 'Cause it's all kicking off now, isn't it?
Normally, Shiner cooks quantity, not quality, for hundreds of hungry sailors down in the ratings mess.
Down in the main house, about 400 people, but now we're 13.
You would stand by. Take from this end, please. Got one to go over here as well, Shane. I don't want that skinny bit on there, mate.
Another new recruit for the evening is Shiner's twin sister, Rachel. She normally works in the officers' dining room.
Starters went down well, so it's all good so far.
There's no shortage of ingredients in the captain's galley.
For our main course, we've got a fillet of beef, which has been marinated in dry herbs and spices. We serve that on a flat and a potato with sautéed spinach, roasted red peppers and fennel with a tomato and fennel jam.
George's gourmet creations are going down a treat with the Admiral. But deep in the bowels of the ship, there are less savoury matters to attend to.
Those toilets, basically, it's like chlorine that's got infected because it's proper stinking. And seriously, right, we need to get unhappy living allowance for this. We need to get paid to live down here.
All right.
I swear, because it's wrong. Okay?
All right.
Dave Smith, one of the ship's marine engineers, or stokers, has been called in to sniff out the problem.
The smell is caused by this toilet. That's that problem fixed. There wasn't enough water in the toilet, so obviously the air was coming up through the trap and polluting the smell. All they had to do was flush it.
Rachel's finished serving the Admiral and stoker Dave's off maintenance duty, so they're planning an evening in together.
No.
No, that's definitely no.
Why do you always go for the gory ones where people get eaten by humans? What's all that about?
Choice.
If I've got a problem, I know that I can go to Dave and talk to Dave about it, and he'll help me out, and he doesn't judge it. He doesn't judge anyone. He's always so laid back, and he's just lovely. No. Why would you do that?
I'm watching that. I met Rachel when she came on board and that. She's just a good crack. It's a good laugh, yeah.
But Rachel's got a boyfriend back home.
It can get confusing. I mean, if I didn't love him to bits, then yeah, maybe I would try on with Dave. can't believe I just said that, but end of the day, if you meet someone that you really like, I personally think you should be with them. If you're even thinking about being unfaithful to the partner you're with at the moment, there's no point in being with them. You might as well not be. That's the way I look at it anyway. Watch this space.
HMS Illustrious is leading an international task route to the Indian Ocean. She's got an arsenal of weaponry and a squadron of 6 Merlin helicopters, but as yet she's missing her deadliest hardware. The squadron who are flying out to Illustrious are called the Naval Strike Wing. They're heading off from RAF Cottesmore in the East Midlands.
The ship, we all love it, it's all there. For some of you, you won't have been to the ship before. It will be an eye-opener, and for those old hands of us who are going back on again, it will be like going back home. Just be aware, we're taking 7 pilots, 3 engineering officers, and about 40 engineers themselves to look after the aircraft. So it's quite a big team. The qualities of a Harrier pilot are identified very early on. And what we're looking for is people who are dynamic, quick thinking. They have to be able to fly, talk and navigate. They are the cream of the crop.
We've got 2 brand new guys who've never landed a Harrier on board before, and the other guys have never landed on board at night before, so it's lots of new things for everyone.
Lieutenant Dave Boyack was a helicopter pilot before he started flying jump jets. He'll be attempting his first ever landing on a carrier.
I'd always wanted to get onto jets, a little bit faster. I've been done for speeding quite a few times, at least I get to do it legally in this.
The most junior pilot is 26-year-old Nick Mattock.
I've only been with the squadron for 3 weeks so far, so it's quite exciting. My first 3 weeks on the squadron, I'm off onto an aircraft carrier. I'm doing my initial carrier qualification, and the first week we're out there, so you have to practice taking off and landing quite a few times, because it's quite tricky apparently.
Training Dave and Nick is RAF squadron leader Rich Hillard.
Flying off the aircraft carrier is probably about as hard a type of flying as you can do. It's very, very challenging, but it's very satisfying when you get it right. And really, most pilots, I think, enjoy a challenge. It's why we do the job.
The Harrier pilots know there are mixed feelings about them amongst Lusty's crew.
These guys live on the board, it's their home, it's where they work, and then suddenly a whole bunch of pilots turn up and think that they're the best thing since sliced bread. So they'll always think that we're prima donnas who think that everything revolves around us, and we will banter them for being, you know, well, fish heads is what we call them.
So most importantly, it's my packed lunch for the journey, so I don't know what I've got in there, but I'll have a look when I get airborne, probably some sarnies and a drink.
That's got 9721 clear takeoff, main service wind 34012.
They'll be travelling at 500 miles per hour, and they'll do the 4,000-mile journey in 2 legs. So, from RAF Cottesmore, they'll have a 5-hour flight to Cyprus, where the pilots can have a rest and the planes can be serviced before heading on to the ship. For now, the top dogs, or rather top cats on board Lusty, are 814 Squadron, better known as the Flying Tigers. They pilot 6 anti-submarine Merlin helicopters, and they're used to having the flight deck to themselves.
It always seems as soon as the jets come on board, then they tend to take priority. The pilots tend to be considered, certainly by the rotary guys, as sort of shandy drinkers.
So they bring a lot to the ship, but they don't get treated any differently. They're just another weapon system on the ship.
Yeah, looking forward to working with them over the course of this exercise. Honest. No.
Today, the Flying Tigers have a different kind of mission, taking the chaplain, Father David Yates, to another ship in the fleet.
This morning I'm going over to the Spanish ship to say Mass. We're going across in a helicopter, and we're going to be winched down onto the Spanish ship because our helicopters are too big and too heavy to land on their deck.
Normally a transfer to another ship would be by boat, but the last time he tried it, the Bish fell in. Commander Tim Johnston takes takes up the story.
Okay.
Yeah, he was transferring over to another ship. He fell off. Just leave me alone. No. Should we do it tomorrow? David was unfortunate to be involved as a man overboard. He was transferring over to another ship by boat, and when he got to the bottom of the ladder, he missed the boat, his footing slipped, and he ended up in the water.
Here we go. Let's go.
Much to everyone's amusement, whilst people on the quarterdeck, they saw him floating past.
The idea that chaplains can walk on water in the style of Jesus is a constant joke in the Navy, and as I proved, I wasn't able to walk on water, and I was very glad of the life jacket.
It's quite legendary any time David has to go to another ship to try and have them go by boat, but I doubt we'll see that happen again.
I'm not quite as terrified about it as I'm pretending to be. I think sometimes people feel it's good to, you know, they're their bish, you know, never mind, and take me under their wing. So I do tend to play to the galleries a little bit. But if I'm honest, the thought of hanging out of a helicopter on a piece of string doesn't really appeal that much, but I'll survive.
Safely aboard, the Spanish crew welcomes Lusty's man of God.
Cheers.
With an offering that settles his nerves.
A very nice draft beer it is, too. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Blessed are you, Lord, God of all creation. Through your goodness we have this wine to offer. The blood of Christ.
His work here is done, and the Spanish Navy once again extend their hospitality.
Quite looking forward to this.
Well, this is the Spanish omelette, Spanish tortilla.
Very good. Oh, please.
As the task group's religious ambassador, it would be rude to refuse.
Hey? How is the wine?
The wine is lovely. Very nice indeed.
Back on Lusty, the ship's beginning to look like the Costa del Sol. They have the sun, they have the sea, but as long as they're on board, that's as far as they can go.
I think it's fair to say in a community of nearly 1,000 people, there's always a chance that relationships could arise, but it's very clear there's a no-touching rule on board, and on board the ship there's absolutely no physical interaction between people. People are sensible, they know the rules on board, and in the main they stick to those rules.
But Jason Farnsworth has his own hypothetical solution.
How would someone get around the no-touching rule? If I've seen a bird on a ship, I'd just be like, right. For instance, meet me in this compartment. I bet no one will be in there for about half an hour, and then that's probably how you get around the no-touching rule. And then you can probably get up to quite a bit of touching. If you get caught, yeah, fair enough, you get killed. But like, obviously, if you didn't, then I wouldn't do it. I don't think it's right.
The no-touching rule's proving difficult for Rachel and Dave, who have been getting closer.
When you're in like a city street or whatever, you meet a guy, you spend ages like finding out about them, but on somewhere like a ship, you find out stuff about them really quickly. So even though you've known each other, say, a couple of months, it feels like you've known each other a year or whatever.
But things aren't going well with her boyfriend back home.
I love him to bits, I always will, but it's just hard because I haven't spoken to him in such a long time. We've basically agreed that he'll still be there when I get back and everything, but while I'm away, it's best to call it off for a bit, I suppose. It's the best way to put it.
But Lusty's a warship, not a love boat. And in the next 48 hours, she'll sail past the war-torn states of the Sudan, Eritrea and Somalia, a failed state, harbouring terrorists.
Right, listen in. As I said, this is a general check today, OK? Make sure people have their equipment, and then we're going to run through 1 or 2 procedures, OK?
This area is one of the most dangerous areas for piracy in the world, okay?
Therefore, there's a high threat to merchant vessels. Part of our job is to conduct anti-terrorist operations and anti-drugs operations. Therefore, every ship within the task group needs to have a boarding team ready to go.
Navy boarding parties are made up of volunteers. This is a new group being put through their paces.
You can be any trade, any job on board. You can always get detailed off to do boarding party. All different trades. You've got engineers, you've got a writer here who works in personnel, chefs do it as well. You don't have to just be warfare, it can be all sorts.
Before they're allowed into a real situation, they're doing some role-playing on Illustrious.
But I want to practice both teams. So first team in, do that, OK? Then second team in. Yeah, OK? Cool.
But there's a problem with the radios.
Right, search to the tops are down, sir. There are no holes at all.
That I got from the bridge, and it's dead. PO Knight needs to be aware of that, because that's unacceptable on that. I'll have a go at them when I get up there.
When the radios are fixed, there's some confusion over their call signs.
Sierra Charlie, this is Zulu Alpha, over.
You're 0 Alpha.
Hey, I'm 0 Alpha.
Yeah. Can you pass me the card? That one doesn't work, does
Sure,
it?
Charlie, this is 0 Alpha, over.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
The first stage of the boarding exercise is to launch the inflatables and reboard Lusty as if she were a hostile vessel. But there's a problem with the life jackets.
They're up there at the moment because we didn't get told they were going to be getting brought in use. That was why.
That's fine, no problem at all.
We get them down today. We get them put in the boat bay. They're all checking them in their serviceable.
Launching the inflatables is abandoned for a search of the ship.
What I want to do is see proper cover and move, OK, throughout here. I know it's false. I know we're on board the ship, but I want to see cover and move. Those who haven't got a rifle, OK, just the old finger treatment, OK? We've all done it. Good.
A suspicious parcel's been hidden in the hangar.
OK. Yeah, well, just imagine you're in a passageway as expected on a merchant ship. OK, happy, move on now. Just keep looking ahead.
After their teething problems, the rookie boarding party have got their act together.
Good, that's good. OK, we're moving back across this way, coming across now.
Number one guard for the ship's company.
And it's not long before they sniff out something fishy in the corner.
John, if you stand guard on that, don't let anybody near it. Right.
It's mission accomplished with an explosive discovery.
Cool, happy with that. That was good.